I will provide step-by-step instruction on how to initiate the process of constructing your own flow in this film. So constructing that flow is actually not complicated. You can simply think of it as an SOP, a standard operating procedure. Prior to commencing, I will provide an introduction to several features in our system to all individuals in order to ensure comprehensive understanding. So how do you go about building a flow? What is the process? First, you need to open this application right here in order to get started. Then you can create the name you desire. So I have already opened one named Introduce at this location. Upon entering, it is apparent that this particular site serves as the starting point of the designated area. The red start here means that your flow starts from here. So sometimes you need to make sure that you do some settings or something like that today. Ensure start button starts from this side. Change it back and forth if needed. So the preview feature allows you to, prior to launching this flow, showcase it to your users for their feedback and validation. Take a look initially, ensure there are no issues. You have the option to publish at this time. Can only be utilized by others, and then make the link public. This indicates that you have the ability to transmit this link to your acquaintances or allow someone else to conduct the testing. In that case, these items do not require it and can be exempted from the testing process. These things are not important anymore. You don't have to bother with him. Okay, so you click to add content. There will be numerous people here. You can add the content you desire prior to this. Let me introduce you first. This is the meshes type. What is the admin channel? What does it mean? Due to the fact that our system will have a multitude of channels available for utilization and access by users, that implies that today we have the ability to make use of it on WhatsApp, Messenger, IG, even is Google. Both can have different checkboards. They may vary in appearance and functionality. So what you need to know is that WhatsApp is distinct from other messaging platforms. Therefore, I will commence with an omni-channel strategy. Omni-channel refers to the flow that I have established, which is capable of functioning for all. But sometimes you'll find he has an error. At that time, you should go and see the reason. Okay, so I will add some content here. Then there is some text, just the font, nothing else. What's the type? Welcome. Just everything is good. Okay, then here after welcome, if you want to include a button today, you can press it, click the button, then you can change your name so you can choose again here. If he Googles and clicks this button, which flow does he want to go to? I want to send a message. Still need to go to the website, still need to go for the number, and so on. Thus, I will select him to transmit the message. Subsequent to transmitting the message, here you have the option to go and modify your name. What label would you like to change him to? Alright, what comes next is an image. The image depicts a photograph that captures a moment in time. You can place some pictures. Users can go and check them out. So at times when you all are executing SOPs, you need to add more photos, because if you finish all the fonts, I can say that your reply process will be too long, just a little dry. Users feel nothing. So you need to add the image you want according to the situation. And then it's card. If it's about the card, he is just a photo. Then you below add photos. Then insert title and description you desire in this section. To achieve a carousel-like appearance, you can make the necessary modifications if that is what you desire for your project. Okay, what does carousel mean? Occasionally you are on Facebook, you will notice that it is stated, seems like, in this manner. That is to say, okay, I utilize this as an illustration. Arriving at this place is a text, then comments. Okay, so approach this location, I will establish a condition. That is to say, if the user comes in through Messenger or it's IG, he will go to run this flow. If it is something else, he just went to walk other flows like that. So in this case, why do it like this? Actually, it is because some platforms such as WhatsApp do not support this carousel. Therefore, you are unable to view this type of content. You can't let users come in from WhatsApp and go through this process. If they follow it, they'll get stuck and there will be loopholes. So that's why I have two processes. If the customer comes in from Messenger, he will come over here. If it's WhatsApp, he will run different processes because WhatsApp has different systems. That's the reason he cannot perceive these things. Therefore, please come to this location as I am about to present something new to you. Here's the one you can put photos of, and then you can put those you want to bring. along with some descriptions. Okay, so here is the card. What is a 𝗁𝗏? He will possess a multitude of photographs. He has the capability to function as a user. He can simply demonstrate to you what it looks like at this specific location. Alright, and right here, alright, you can see, it's simply users, they receive more than just a photograph, not just a single image. They have the ability to see, they can swipe left and right so slowly in order to take a look, to comprehend what your product is. Then below the photo below, he will have one, which is title and his description. Description, don't make it too long, because if you make it too long, sometimes it can't be read completely, it can't be displayed completely. Therefore, we highly recommend that you preview the settings while you are in the process of making adjustments and configuring your preferences. Prior to allowing users to utilize your chatbot system, it is imperative to familiarize them with the cutting-edge and efficient 𝗁𝗏. Then here we have the option to insert a voice. As for voice, how do you include it? You can click on File, then Audio, and you have the ability to add your own voice. Users will be able to see it and hear it when they interact with the content. Then here is text, then button. You can only put up to 3 buttons. You cannot put too many buttons. Button is limited to a maximum of 3. So button here, as I just mentioned, you can click on it to navigate to a website. You can either direct it to a website or proceed to the next flow. Then I will take him to the next flow and he will send his photos. After that, he should send the photo and then send that text, okay? On certain occasions when you are adjusting settings, there is a little trick that I want to share with you. That is to say, if you have already posted a photo and then you need to post the next thing, you have to post typing as well. Typing for 1 second. Okay, the concept of typing is that sometimes when you are sending messages or chatting with friends or other people, you can see that the other person is typing. They will be typing slowly, representing that the other person is typing. So we want our system to be more like a user-friendly system, which means you shouldn't spam users all the time. Sometimes you need to write slowly for users to make them think that it's a person replying to them, not a system. Because if they think it's a bot and it quickly gets what they want, they won't pay attention to you anymore. So what you need to do is, in the beginning, take a photo and then type a bit slower. So why do I have a 1 second delay here? It's because sometimes it takes time to process a photo, so it can't pop up immediately for you to see. Sometimes I'm his font, he'll send words first and then send photos. So sometimes when you want to send photos, you need the flow to be that the photos arrive before the words. Okay, good. To avoid what I just said, he'll pop up words, and then to take a photo, you can add one here, like for a second, give him a stop for a second, like this. Alright, after completing his tasks here, he will proceed to take a walk, and he intends to stay in this location, as everything has already come to a stop. If the user still chooses to go elsewhere today, okay, you can use another wait, and its purpose is like this. Today is the day you spend all his things, so maybe you shouldn't keep spending his things immediately afterwards, right? You can set the time period here, and you can let him stay for how long before sending the next flow. I will let him stay here for 3 hours, and then I will set a tagging. Alright, this is the way it functions. At the present time, if my user visits this place, on his side, if he clicks any button, okay, this is the basic process of how it works when a user interacts with the interface. A small amount of any button, that is, I arranged these 3 buttons in case he does not click. I'll give him a tagging. Actually, tagging's crucial. You guys need to learn how to play with it. Because of tagging, he's in our program, he's like a gift. Make a mark, just say that this user has already used this thing. So I add that tagging to him. So I will set a tagging called interested here today because it is like this. After they finished observing these things, he approached this location. When I arrive here, I will inquire about a few matters. What is his desire? If the user examines these 3 today, what he desires is test WhatsApp board, or he can choose to wait for others. In any case, he has already seen something. I will just let him go to the interested tagging, so you can actually create your own tagging here. Tagging is an enjoyable activity, so you all go, and I will only be interested in these 3 things. That is to say, the representative said, today the user is here. They have clicked on either of these 2 things. Because my set is because they are, and that's why. It is just that they have clicked. They may need time to try out our system, correct? You are unable to send them the next message immediately. I have to wait for a period of 3 hours on my side of things. Has this user actually utilized our website? Therefore, if he presses this thing, I will give him a tagging automatically. If he, after 3 hours, he saw this site today and did not take any action, he just said, if you stay here, you may close the inbox, and then I will wait. After 3 hours. If the tagging on my end is interested after a period of 3 hours, I will repeat the process once more. Ask him to follow up. How are you currently using our system? Have you encountered any problems with the settings? And so on. If he is busy today, it has been 3 hours since he last touched this button and he hasn't touched it at all, I will simply provide him with a follow-up. I will proceed to communicate with him what is included in our system, and so on. So I inquired of him what he desired to inquire of us. So fundamentally, that chatbot, we will all construct the flow in this particular manner as we have planned. You need to construct it well. First and foremost, that chatbot, you need to commence thinking. The customer said they would go, what they want is what. So you guys, you must do a good job on one of your SOPs. That is to say, today's customers. He didn't push. What is it that you want to follow up on? Allow him to continue. Simply carry on with the interaction rather than verbalizing. He stopped without pressing the button. In this case, I can talk about your system. It is not possible to do this. Auto follow-up. Send a text message here. You can see that he has a lot of things here. There are videos, get user data. Carousel and card have the same meaning. Card is named so because it is associated with a photo, hence the term card. If you continue to press more photos next to it, it will become a carousel. Get user data means that today you ask the user a question and want to get their reply, so you use get user data. Then video, film, this GIF is those stickers. And then there's typing. Typing is to take your reply, make it more user-friendly like this. Then on the file side, you can put audio. Or it could be others. If it is others, you can add some PDFs. Those PDF files are like this. Then action is, this implies that you have the ability to make comparisons, compare more complex concepts. You can attempt this sophisticated thing independently and observe. No need to fear saying it seems like you might press the wrong button or something. If you create this flow, even if it occurs, any issues are acceptable. You can simply click on the undo button located in the upper right corner to undo any changes made. In most cases, the option that is commonly used is typically the inbox that we usually utilize. Then we will be at OpenAI. Eventually, we will instruct everyone on how to perform some 𝐴𝐼's configuration. So this 𝐴𝐼's configuration is actually more enjoyable. It can enhance your system's intelligence. Because some problems appear to be stated as the unusual questions asked by the customer cannot be answered in your checkbox collection. Therefore, you need to incorporate a ChatGPT, which stands for Artificial Intelligence, into your system. Consider the matter of customer accountability and then formulate a suitable response. In that case, you can check it out in our final film. So here, currently, I'm just giving you a simple introduction to let you know how to build that flow and some simple features. So after you finish these simple settings, what you want to do today is to see your flow. How do you do that? You simply go to press a preview. The preview, you want to go to preview to Messenger, WhatsApp, etc. So I simply click continue at this point, and then he will appear this thing. Because if you preview it, others will not be able to see your flow. So you simply click on a link and it will take you to your personal Messenger account where you can communicate with others privately. He will appear with the word operation completed successfully, which means that your preview has been set. Then you turn off this, then you press this I, you press it once, and it will automatically send out the flow we just made, like voice and so on. It will send out the flow we just made, such as voice and other similar sounds, in an automated manner. So, in addition to this, you can also take a look at these buttons, and you should definitely check out these as well. They are worth your attention. What is the purpose of these things? We already have them documented in our documentation. Today I am simply introducing to you how to construct that flow. The key is to initially establish a solid flow. It is crucial to have a response procedure, commonly referred to as SOP. Upon customer arrival, it is essential to acquaint them with various aspects and subsequently share visual aids, voice recordings, and similar content. Thus, concluding our discussion, we express gratitude for your attention.